Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence on research. I have some pretty interesting information for you guys to prepare you for Monday. To again give you those diamond hands because we're about to make considerable money. We're about to make considerable money with Nio, guys. Like I've said before, most people always miss the boat and they always say, I wish I knew. When something new come out, new technology, something that's going to be disruptive and innovative, the majority of people always say, oh, this is junk. It's not going nowhere. Like with Bitcoin, like I've said before. I'm going to draw a couple examples about that. I'm also going to talk about a couple companies that I spoke about in the past, and they are doing really well, and I expect them to continue to do so. I'm not saying they're not going to make pullbacks. I'm hoping they make pullbacks so I can buy some more. They are new companies just like Nio. Excuse me, guys. And they are disruptive, innovative, and they're going to take huge market shares. So let me start off with this. Nio was last trading at $7.15. It was down 12 cents. The 52-week low is $7 and the 52-week high is $16.18. The all-time high was a little above $60. As a disclaimer, I hold 2,260 shares at $3.53. And on the SoFi platform, I hold another 401 shares at $8.99. Now, I was hoping that the earnings report would be like what Edison Yu from Deutsche Bank said, mostly flat and in line with our lower guidance. But rumors are coming out saying that the CEO, there's some leaked info saying that the earnings will be good. I'm not surprised if it is good because remember, we're selling phones, our charging stations are profitable, our battery stations are about to be profitable. And I said this before, guys, we're generating revenue not just from selling EVs. And while the so-called competition was only interested in pumping out EVs, cheap plastic-looking EVs with inferior technology, we were concentrating on putting out superior products, cutting-edge technology, futuristic technology, but we were also concentrating on building out. That's why we have more charging stations than anybody else in China in terms of EV companies. We have more battery swap stations than any other company in China, and we did that for a reason, knowing that we're going to captivate the market. We're going to captivate not just the guys buying cars for themselves, but for the commercial market as well. Taxis. And as you guys already just saw recently, where that high top-notch manager with Nio came out of the car, out of the EV, sorry. The EV drove itself to the swap station, slowing down at speed bumps, avoiding traffic, etc., etc. Waiting in queue, getting the battery swap, and coming back. That's Knight Rider, guys. So anyway, one of my subscribers said today, his name is Mark Wazak, he said Credit Suisse increased its position and bought another 880,000 shares. I don't know. I tried to find the news on this. I'm going to keep looking to see if I find it. But I wanted to tell you guys this. You guys going to enjoy this. Remember I said that back in the day when Jamie Dimon came out from JP Morgan and said Bitcoin is trash. 1 week later, Bitcoin tanked. He jumped in and they bought. Okay. Another great example. There's a YouTuber that has 6 million subscribers. His name is Scotty Kilmer. And he said at one point that EVs are trash and it's a scam. Guess what? This guy has 6 million subscribers. So imagine how many people are listening to this clown. Now he came out and did a video showing Nio and why they're going to be one of the leaders. Why battery as a service, now he's changing his tune, but maybe it convinced them because of battery as a service. why this is a winning business model. So this guy has 6 million subscribers. Imagine people in the past were listening to him, probably didn't buy shares in EV companies, especially like Nio. But thank God he finally came around. Now, is this a guy that's being paid to spread fear and propaganda? And then when it gets down to where certain people buy in, now they push it back up, just like with Jamie Dimon. So that's something to think about. But even more beautiful, another clown, I call him a clown, and excuse me because you guys should know by now, I'm very passionate about Nio. Nio, I believe, based on what the company is doing, is going to make me the most money in my portfolio, hands down. Like I said this before, I'm the only YouTuber saying this and has never wavered that we're going to dominate the landscape. I've never come out with videos saying, oh my God, this is concerning. I've never said that. What I say is, this is going to give us buying opportunities. So anyway, the Electric Viking finally came out now and did a video. And this is another guy that's misleading a lot of people. That's why I don't normally watch his channel. I don't encourage people to watch his channel. But he's been bashing Chinese companies, especially Nio, for a long time. Battery as a service is nonsense. It's trash, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? He now admitted that he loved the way the ET5 Touring looks. And oh, I never said I don't like Nio. I was just talking about the CEO. But he claimed to sell his shares in Nio. Remember that, guys? Now he admits that they're going into Australia next year because Audi is suing Nio or have them in court for the ES8 because they already have a vehicle in Australia under that same name. Remember, I've been saying this, that we're going into Australia next year. I said also England. I said this. And the reason for that is, the reason why I believe Australia is going to be one of the countries we enter is because the Australian Prime Minister visited China and Australia imports and exports more to China than any other country. And the Prime Minister of Australia, you know, lately they've been having a little bit of shaky, political tension. But the CEO of Australia is coming around now. He visited China, and I said this is a very good sign, just like when Xi Jinping visited California recently, and Gavin Newsom visited California. Chuck Schumer and a bipartisan group of senators visited China recently. So what do you guys think is happening? This is why I say when the trolls and the shorts come out saying, oh, what will happen if there's a war with Taiwan and China? What do you think? And the trade wars between America and China, it's probably not a good time to buy. That's when I buy. I buy when the market is fearful and they're crapping their pants and telling you not to buy. And they're telling you to buy after all the tension eases and the stock skyrocket. That's when I tell you we hold or sell. Just like with Luckin Coffee. Anyway, excuse me, guys. So I wanted to talk about that. I also wanted to talk about Nio delivered 103% increase year over year in Europe. So this could be one of the factors that is gonna cause us to show good profits, a good earnings report, right? Apart from the phones and other things. Phones right now is just a 1%. Because even though it's selling like hot bread, we have to give it time to where all the people buying Nio cars will continue to switch over to our phones. So, we have that complete ecosystem. I spoke about that. And when people don't keep phones for long, a year, 2 years, and then they'll be switching over from their phones, all those who own Nio cars, to our phones. But with all of the things combined, the battery swapping, the charging, we're getting profit from charging. So I wouldn't be surprised if our earnings is not like what Edison Yu says in the lower end, but maybe a little above that. And also, Toyota was caught taking pictures of battery as a service. Now, Toyota is also finally getting into the EV industry, because the last CEO said that same thing. He said it was trash and blah, blah, blah. And now the new CEO realized they're getting left behind. So this is a very, very big development, because Toyota is a behemoth. They are a giant in the gas guzzling companies, right? They are the leader. In fact, they sell more cars than anyone else. So if this, I mean, the picture is real. So if they are planning, and William Lee said they have a big announcement on Nio Day coming up. So it could be something along these lines. We don't know. But my point is, we are in a company that's going to become a behemoth. I was the first YouTuber to use that word, behemoth. Now, other YouTubers are also saying it, even though they were spreading fear at one point. And we are getting into Bitcoin, so to speak, in the beginning. We are getting into the oil industry, so to speak, in the beginning. We are getting into the internet industry early on, so to speak, in the beginning. Nio, we are getting into the beginning. And while others are going to say in the future, oh my God, I wish I knew. It's not that they wish they knew, they just don't have vision. So some of the companies that I also spoke about, remember I spoke about crypto, guys, and they're going to do a Bitcoin ETF spot. The SEC is getting ready to legalize it next year, early next year. BlackRock and Cathie Wood is in the front of the line and getting approved. And other institutions have already also applied, but they dropped off because they kept getting denied, so they stopped applying. They're also jumping back in and applying, and that's why we see, and I spoke about this not that long ago, to keep an eye. It was around 27 grand when I was telling you guys. Now it's up to 39 grand. All the top analysts are saying it's going to be 150 grand by the end of next year, and eventually $1 million for one. And that is very possible, because as we see, the BRICS nation has grown to 11 countries, and they're all saying they're going to get away, and they already started doing it, trading and doing business without the US dollar. Eventually, what do you guys think is going to happen to our US dollar? And do you think crypto will continue to rise? I was talking about it when Dogecoin was around 6 pennies. Now it's a little over 8 pennies. TDOC has also been going up, Teladoc, because Cathie Woods and other huge hedge funds have been buying a lot of Teladoc. And SoFi has also been skyrocketing. Cathie Woods have been jumping in and buying a lot of shares of it, 200,000 shares again just recently. And also, I'm not saying to buy them now, guys, especially TDOC and SoFi. I'm hoping for another pullback again. SoFi, I'll keep buying because my average is still higher than what it is right now. TDOC, it's where I paid for, it's what I paid for it. And Lemonade, I spoke about, and a lot of people didn't pay attention to that video. It only got like a little over 300 views. Lemonade has been killing it with revenues and stuff. And all these companies I just mentioned, guys, are not profitable yet. So do your own due diligence. It's still new. They are new startups. Lemonade, however, has also been killing it with their earnings and growing year over year. They're only in 3 states right now. They're in New York and 2 other states, but they're growing at a massive rate, and I can't wait for them to come to Pennsylvania to get their insurance. But that's another company I can't buy no more of. It's way higher than what I paid for it. But when I was talking about it, it was around $12. Now I think it's like 18 or something like that. So I want you guys to just keep your eyes on it and do your research. Who's the CEO? What's the business model? Etc. etc. If they make another huge pullback, which they might, because new companies, that's what they do, then you might want to think about getting in. So I hope you guys found this video informational, guys, and inspirational. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It'll help generate more views and bring more awareness to Nio and to my station. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, guys, we have that warrior mentality and vision where we get rich or we die trying, guys.